What if I told you that the reason you feel bloated, heavy, and sluggish every single day isn't because of your metabolism, your age, or even what you eat, but because your body is trying to tell you something you've been ignoring? What if the solution isn't a complicated diet, expensive supplements, or hours at the gym, but a simple 14-day reset that can change the way your body feels, your energy flows, and even the way you experience life? Imagine waking up lighter, calmer, and more energized, knowing that every choice you make, every sip of water, every bite you chew mindfully, every small movement works with your body instead of against it. What if by just listening to your gut, feeding it the right foods, moving gently and connecting your mind with your body, you could release the invisible weight of bloating forever? Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how 14 days of simple, mindful habits can transform your body from bloated and heavy to free, light, and unstoppable. And it's easier than you think. What if I told you that the secret to feeling lighter, energized, and completely free from bloating wasn't in a trendy diet, expensive pills, or complicated exercises, but in something as simple as the water you drink every single day? Most of us go through life underestimating this one liquid. We grab coffee, sodas, or sugary drinks and forget that our body is crying out for pure, clean water. When you don't hydrate properly, your body panics. It starts storing water like a survivalist hoarding supplies, which makes you feel puffy, sluggish, and heavier than you actually are. That bloated feeling isn't just uncomfortable, it's your body screaming for balance. Imagine this: your digestive system is a complex highway, and water is the traffic controller. Without enough hydration, everything slows down, food sits in your stomach, fermentation happens, and gas builds up. That tension in your abdomen, the tightness after meals, the constant urge to adjust your clothes, it all comes from your body trying to compensate for what it's not receiving. But here's the crazy part. Most people think bloating is about what they eat, when the real villain is often what they don't drink. Now picture yourself committing to a simple 14-day experiment. Every time you feel even slightly thirsty, you drink a full glass of water. You start your mornings with water, not coffee. You carry a bottle everywhere. Within just a few days, you'll notice a shift. Your stomach feels lighter, your energy levels spike, and even your mood improves. That foggy, heavy feeling starts to lift. Your body stops hoarding water because it knows it's receiving enough. You're flushing out toxins, improving circulation, and giving your digestive system the freedom to work efficiently. And it gets even more fascinating. Proper hydration communicates with your cells in ways that go beyond digestion. Your skin glows, your brain functions sharper, and your cravings reduce because your body isn't mistaking thirst for hunger. Something as simple as water becomes a tool of transformation, a daily ritual that can change not just how your body feels, but how your mind experiences energy and clarity. What if I told you that the reason you constantly feel bloated, tired, or sluggish after every meal isn't about what you eat, but how you eat? Most of us live in a world of distractions: phones, laptops, TVs, rushing from one task to another, shoveling food into our mouths without a second thought. And in that mindless chaos, our digestive system suffers silently. Every bite you swallow without awareness is like sending your body a confused message. Process this, maybe, if you can. Your stomach works overtime, enzymes struggle to break down food properly, and gas and bloating quietly creep in. Here's the shocking truth: your body needs time to understand that it's being nourished. Eating too fast, gulping drinks, or ignoring hunger cues tricks your digestive system. Your gut doesn't know when to release acids, when to contract, or when to absorb nutrients. And the result, that heavy, uncomfortable fullness, the mysterious swelling in your abdomen, and that constant fatigue that makes you reach for caffeine or snacks to keep going. You're not broken. Your system is just overwhelmed. Now imagine flipping this script. Imagine dedicating just 14 days to mindful eating. You chew slowly, savor every bite, notice textures, flavors, and even the aroma of your food. You pause between bites, allowing your body to signal when it's truly full. Something remarkable happens. Digestion improves, bloating reduces, and you start to feel in tune with your body for the first time in years. Every meal becomes a ritual, a conversation between you and your system, rather than a frantic feeding frenzy, and it's even deeper than digestion. Mindful eating transforms your relationship with food. You start noticing which foods nourish you versus which ones burden you. Cravings change, portion control becomes effortless, and meals no longer end with guilt or discomfort. Your mind becomes calmer because you are present, focused, and intentional with every action. Think about it, 2 weeks of truly mindful eating, and you could wake up lighter, move freer, and feel more in control of your body than you ever imagined. It's not a diet, it's not a trick, it's simply slowing down, listening, and allowing your body the respect it deserves to work the way it was designed. What if I told you that the reason your stomach feels like a balloon after every meal isn't your metabolism, your age, or bad luck, but the very foods you're eating every single day? You might be surprised to learn that common items in your kitchen, processed snacks, sugary drinks, artificial sweeteners, and even that seemingly innocent bread or soda are quietly sabotaging your body. They don't just add calories, they create chaos in your gut. Your digestive system, which should be smooth and efficient, starts to fume, producing gas, bloating, and inflammation. And the worst part, you think it's just normal that everyone feels like this, when in reality, your body is sending a red alert that something is wrong. Think about this. Every time you eat a bag of chips, a donut, or gulp down a fizzy soda, your gut is reacting violently. Processed foods contain additives and excess salt that make your body retain water. Sugar ferments in your intestines, feeding bad bacteria and creating gas that inflates your belly. Carbonation literally fills your stomach with air, leaving you bloated and uncomfortable. And these are the foods we often turn to when we want comfort. But here's the shocking part. Comfort is temporary, discomfort is guaranteed. Now imagine hitting pause on all your trigger foods for just 14 days. No processed snacks, no sodas, no refined sugars. Instead, you focus on clean, simple, natural foods that nourish without sabotaging. Within days, your body starts to recalibrate. Gas reduces, water retention eases, and your abdomen begins to feel lighter than it has in years. The constant heaviness disappears, and you start to realize how much stress and strain those trigger foods were putting on your digestive system. It's more than just physical, it's mental. By consciously cutting out foods that harm you, you reclaim control, you stop mindlessly snacking, you reconnect with your body's signals, and you learn the difference between true hunger and cravings driven by chemicals and sugar spikes. Your energy rises, your mood stabilizes, and meals no longer leave you feeling like a stuffed balloon waiting to burst. For just 14 days, by removing the silent saboteurs in your diet, you give your body the chance to breathe, to heal, and to remind you what it feels like to move, live, and thrive without the invisible weight of bloating. What if I told you that the key to finally saying goodbye to bloating isn't starving yourself, taking expensive supplements, or over-exercising, but in the foods you choose to eat every single day? Most of us focus only on what to avoid, but rarely do we realize that certain foods have the power to actively calm our digestive system, flush out excess gas, and make our stomach feel lighter almost immediately. Imagine if the solution was as simple as adding a few ingredients to your meals that quietly work like magic inside your gut. Think about ginger, fennel, cucumber, and yogurt. These aren't just healthy options listed in magazines. They are nature's antidotes to bloating. Ginger, for example, stimulates digestion, reduces inflammation, and eases gas buildup. Fennel seeds act like tiny pacifiers for your intestines, calming spasms that cause discomfort. Cucumbers, with their high water content, flush toxins and excess sodium from your body, instantly reducing puffiness. And probiotics like yogurt or kefir restore balance to your gut bacteria, preventing the fermentation that traps gas and inflates your belly. Here's the shocking part. For years, most of us have been unknowingly feeding our bloating problem by ignoring these anti-bloating foods. We focus on quick fixes, antacids, over-the-counter remedies, or extreme diets, when the real solution was right on our plates all along. By consciously incorporating these natural anti-bloating foods into your daily meals for just 14 days, you give your digestive system the tools it desperately needs to function properly. Imagine this scenario. After just a few days, you wake up in the morning and notice your stomach feels lighter, flatter, and calmer. Meals that used to leave you uncomfortably full now feel satisfying but gentle on your system. Your energy levels rise because your body isn't constantly diverting energy to fight inflammation and trapped gas. And here's where it gets even more transformative. The more you nourish your gut with these foods, the more your cravings for processed, bloating-inducing foods disappear, creating a cycle where your body feels balanced, energized, and in control. Incorporating anti-bloating foods is not just about digestion, it's about reclaiming how it feels to move, breathe, and live without the invisible weight of discomfort pressing down on you, proving that sometimes nature holds the answers that modern solutions can't match. What if I told you that the reason your stomach feels constantly bloated and heavy isn't just about what you eat, but about how little your body moves every day? Most of us sit for hours at desks, in cars, on couches, and think that digestion is something our body handles automatically. But here's the shocking truth. Your digestive system is designed to work in harmony with your movement. When you barely move, food sits in your stomach and intestines longer than it should. Fermentation happens, gas builds up, and that uncomfortable, bloated feeling becomes your new normal. Think about this. Every time you take a walk after a meal, stretch gently, or even do simple yoga poses, you're giving your digestive system a signal to start working efficiently. Blood flows to your organs, peristalsis, the natural wave-like motion that moves food through your intestines is activated and gas is released instead of being trapped. It's almost like opening the doors to a previously locked room inside your body where discomfort was hiding. And the most amazing part? You don't need hours of intense exercise. Even 10 to 15 minutes of mindful movement can have a dramatic effect on your bloating, mood, and energy levels. Here's where most people get it wrong. They assume movement is about burning calories or building muscle. In reality, the simple act of moving your body is a direct signal to your gut that it's time to process food efficiently. Yoga twists, gentle stretches, or even a slow walk after meals act like a reset button. They help release trapped gas, reduce water retention, and calm inflammation that contributes to bloating. Over time, your body begins to anticipate movement as part of digestion, creating a rhythm where bloating becomes less frequent and discomfort fades naturally. Imagine dedicating just 14 days to this gentle movement. Within days, you'll notice your abdomen feels lighter. Meals are easier to digest, and the heaviness you once accepted as normal starts to disappear. You'll discover that movement isn't punishment, it's medicine. It's a way to reconnect with your body, listen to its signals, and help it function as it was designed to. By simply moving mindfully every day, you unlock a level of comfort, energy, and freedom you may have forgotten existed, proving that sometimes the simplest solutions are the most powerful. What if I told you that the reason your stomach feels bloated, heavy, or uncomfortable isn't always about food, water, or exercise, but about your thoughts and stress levels? Most of us think bloating is purely physical, something caused by what we eat or drink. But here's the shocking truth. Your gut is wired to your brain in a direct, intimate conversation. When stress, anxiety, or tension dominate your mind, your digestive system reacts almost immediately. Your stomach tightens, digestion slows, gas builds up, and inflammation rises, leaving you feeling like your own body has betrayed you. Imagine this. You've eaten perfectly, drank enough water, and even moved gently after meals, yet that familiar bloated feeling creeps in. Why? Because stress is silently sabotaging all your efforts. When you're anxious, your body produces cortisol, a hormone that tells your gut to slow down, retain fluids, and trap gas. Your nervous system is so powerful that it can undo even the healthiest routines if ignored. Most people have been battling bloating for years without realizing that the missing piece isn't in the kitchen, it's in the mind. Now picture dedicating just 14 days to reconnecting with your mind-body connection. You practice deep breathing, mindful meditation, or simple relaxation rituals daily. Each time you breathe deeply, you send a signal to your gut. It's safe, it's time to relax. It's okay to process food efficiently. Tension melts away, trapped gas dissipates, and water retention reduces. Your digestive system starts functioning as it was designed, free from the invisible weight of stress. And here's what's even more transformative. By calming your mind, you also gain clarity, focus, and emotional balance. Cravings triggered by stress disappear because your body isn't mistaking anxiety for hunger. Meals become peaceful experiences rather than battles, and your energy levels stabilize throughout the day. The bloating that once felt unstoppable becomes a signal to slow down, breathe, and reconnect with your body. In just 14 days, cultivating this mind-body awareness can transform your relationship with your own digestive system. You learn that bloating isn't a punishment or a permanent problem. It's a message, a sign that your body and mind need to align. By listening, breathing, and consciously calming your nervous system, you unlock a freedom and lightness in your body that feels almost shocking, proving that sometimes the most powerful solutions aren't outside, but within. Remember, bloating isn't a life sentence. It's your body sending a message, a signal that it needs care, attention, and alignment. Over these 14 days, you've learned that simple, mindful choices, hydrating properly, eating with awareness, avoiding trigger foods, nourishing your gut with anti-bloating foods, moving gently and connecting deeply with your mind can completely transform how your body feels. Change doesn't come from extremes. It comes from consistency, presence, and listening to your own system. So take this journey seriously yet gently. Celebrate each small victory, every lighter morning, and every meal that leaves you feeling energized instead of heavy. Your body has the power to heal, your gut has the ability to reset, and your mind can guide you toward lasting comfort and freedom. Good luck on this journey. May these 14 days be the start of a lifetime of feeling lighter, moving freer, and living fully in a body that works for you, not against you. Thank you for committing to yourself, for giving your body and mind the attention they deserve, and for trusting in the simple yet profound steps that can bring real, lasting change.